Hi everyone, I'm Ginny from Susan's family. Today I'll show you the Retro Nostalgia series Arrow Feather Vest. This vest consists of a back piece, a front piece, the body and the edging. First, crochet the front and back pieces separately, then join them together and crochet the body in rounds. Finally, add the edging to the neckline and cuffs respectively. Let's start with the back piece. It is divided into section 1, section 2, and section 3. Crochet section 1 and section 2 separately first, then join them together to crochet section 3. There are quite a few stitch techniques used here. The charts provide detailed instructions. You can watch while referring to the chart. Start with section 1. Use foundation chain to start. Then work back and forth along the foundation chain. Now, please watch as I demonstrate the specific crochet method. First, take the yarn. Take out the corresponding yarn. Here, the finished product is crocheted using variegated yarn. The starting color segment is different, so the effect of the crochet will also vary. You can refer to the finished product, or choose based on your preference. Start crocheting with the corresponding color segment. For everyone's convenience in watching, I will demonstrate using solid colored cotton yarn here, and the colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, you can refer to the detail page, or the paper charts of our product. Begin with the foundation chain. The chain can be made a little loose. Crochet the corresponding number of chains according to the chart. Here, my sample has fewer stitches. To avoid losing count of the chains later, you can place a marker on the 18th stitch from the left by picking up the strand below. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can also use a safety pin or paperclip as a substitute. Now we will crochet H1. The chart is read from right to left. Start by making 3 chains. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, correspond to the chain below. Then make 1 more chain. Next, on the 8th chain from the hook, work 1 DC2 bobble. First, make 2 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over. Pick up the top 2 strands of the corresponding chain, and yarn over to pull through. Now there are 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. That completes 1 incomplete double crochet. Continue in the same stitch. To make another incomplete double crochet, yarn over, insert, yarn over and draw through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. That completes another incomplete double crochet. After this, there will be 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, and draw through all the loops on your hook. That completes one DC2 bobble. We'll call this a bobble from now on. Continue with 2 chains. Then, in the same position, make another bobble. Start by making 2 incomplete double crochets. After completing them, yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. That completes another bobble. Continue with 2 chains. Skip 7 chains below. Insert into the 8th chain. Pick up the 2 strands on the chain. Crochet 5 double crochets. Two chains and 4 double crochets. Then crochet 1 HDCDC tog. Yarn over. Insert again into the previous chain, where you just worked. Work an incomplete double crochet. Then skip 4 stitches. Work an incomplete half double crochet. Yarn over. Insert into the loop. Draw through. That completes the incomplete half double crochet. There are 4 loops on the hook now. Yarn over once, and pull through all loops. That completes the HDCDC tog. For the next row, each stitch corresponds to 1 stitch below. Pick up the 2 strands on the chain. Work 7 slip stitches. The oval-shaped slip stitch doesn't need to be tightened. That completes H1. We'll consider the side with clearer texture, as the right side of the entire piece. The wrong side has a more blurred texture. You can place a marker on H1 for reference. Continue to H2. Read the chart from left to right. Start with 2 chains. Then turn the piece. Skip 3 slip stitches below. pick up the 2 strands on the 4th stitch, and work 1 double crochet. Continue with 2 chains. Then in the adjacent stitch on the left, work 1 bobble. Continue with 2 chains. Next, move to the previous row on the left side. In the CH2 space, make 4 double crochets. Chain 2 and then make 4 double crochets. Continue with 2 chains. Then insert in the second chain space on the left, and work 1 bobble. Chain 2. Work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 and work 1 bobble. Continue at the 3rd chain of the beginning chain from the previous row. That is, pick up the 2 strands of the 2nd chain on the left. Work 1 double crochet. This completes H2. After completing, stretch the loop first. Leave the yarn and don't work. You can place a stitch marker here to prevent the loop from falling off. This completes section 1. Continue by joining a new yarn, crochet section 2. You can take the yarn from any color segment. Take another skein and make a slip knit first. Then flip the piece over. Pay attention that the foundation chain should not be twisted. Count to the right from the starting point. Insert into the 17th chain. Pick up the 2 strands on the chain. Draw the loop through. Adjust the loop size a bit. Then work 1 chain as a beginning chain. Then skip the 4 chains on the left. Pick up the 5th chain and work 5 double crochets. 2 chains and 5 double crochets. The joining tail can be woven in at the end, following the texture on the wrong side of the piece. Continue with 2 chains. Skip 7 chains below, on the 8th chain, which is the 4th chain from the end. Work 1 bobble. Two chains and 1 bobble. Then work 1 chain. Skip 2 chains below, work 1 double crochet on the last chain. That completes H1. Continue with H2. Start by making 3 chains. Then turn the piece. Insert into the second chain space on the left. Work 1 bobble. Two chains. 1 double crochet. Two chains and 1 bobble. Continue with 2 chains. Skip the first space below. At the second chain space on the left side, make 4 double crochets. Two chains and 4 double crochets. Continue with 2 chains. Then, on the 4th chain from the starting point to the left, make 1 bobble. Two chains. Continue and work 1 double crochet on the adjacent chain to the left. Then work 2 chains. After completing, work 1 slip stitch on the 3rd chain to the left. Work 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. Here you need to fasten off. First, secure it with a chain. Then stretch the loop. Leave a tail of about 5 centimeters. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. You can hide the remaining tail along the texture of the wrong side of the piece. This completes H2. At the same time, section 2 is finished. Continue crocheting section 3. Reinsert the hook into the loop of section 1. Remove the stitch marker and continue crocheting. Start with 2 chains. Then turn the piece. At the adjacent chain space on the left side, work 1 bobble. Make 2 chains. Next, on the left, pick up the double crochet stitch. Pay attention that when crocheting on the wrong side, the stitches should correspond to the upper left position. Work 1 double crochet. Make 2 chains and 1 double crochet. Make 2 chains. Then at the chain space to the left of the double crochet, work 1 bobble. We will consider the stitches after the beginning chain as pattern A. Continue with 2 chains. Skip the first chain space on the left. At the second chain space, which is the raised chain space above, work 3 double crochets. Make 2 chains. Work 3 double crochets. We will consider these 8 stitches worked in the space as pattern B. Continue with 2 chains. For the rest of this row, alternate between pattern A and pattern B, with 2 chains as a spacer. Continue on the 2 chain spaces on the far left. And in the middle double crochet, work 1 pattern A. After completing it, make 2 chains. Below, we reach the starting point. Pick up the top 2 strands of the 6th chain on the left side. Crochet 1 pattern B. Work 2 chains. Skip 6 stitches. Crochet 1 pattern A. Pay attention to working into each of the 3 chains. Work 2 chains. Skip 6 chains on the left. Crochet 1 pattern B. Work 2 chains. Now we are at the section 2. Simply crochet correspondingly following the technique used in section 1. Note, when finish the last 2 chains, work 1 DC cluster. First, locate the left chain space, crochet 2 incomplete double crochets. Then, on the left beginning chain of the previous row, pick up the top 2 strands of the chain. Crochet 1 incomplete double crochet. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops. That completes the DC cluster. Up to this point, H1 of section 3 is completed. Continue with H2. Start with 2 chains as beginning chain. Then turn the piece. Crochet 1 bobble in the left chain space. One chain. Continue in the chain space on the left side. Crochet 2 double crochets. 2 chains. 2 double crochets and 2 chains. Continue in the adjacent chain space on the left side. Crochet 1 bobble. Two chains. Continue following the chart. Insert into the corresponding space and crochet the matching stitch. When you reach the last stitch, crochet a DC cluster. First, in the last chain space, work 2 incomplete double crochets. Then pick up the starting bobble of the previous row and make 1 more incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through all loops on your hook. The DC cluster is now complete. Do not crochet into the CH2 beginning chain on the side. This completes H2. Continue with H3. Start with 2 chains as a beginning chain. Then turn your piece. Crochet into the spaces below, following the corresponding pattern. Refer to the chart for specific stitches and insertion points. For the last stitch, work a DC2 tog. After completing 2 double crochets in the chain space, insert into the same position again. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Next, pick up the bobble on the edge from the previous row. Work 1 more incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through all loops on your hook. That completes 1 DC2 tog. Whenever you encounter a DC2 tog later, you can follow this same method to crochet it. This completes H3. After finishing H3, you can measure the length of your piece. If the dimensions differ significantly, adjust your tension and try crocheting again. For the following rows, continue to refer to the chart and work back and forth. Keep in mind that for the 2 bobbles in the middle of H5, pick up the corresponding position of the previous row. Work through the 2 strands of the middle chain. Starting from H10, you need to change the stitch techniques at the beginning and end for increasing stitches. Starting from H10, the bobbles should be worked into the stitch corresponding to the beginning chain. Both the ending bobble and double crochet are worked on the beginning chain. Everyone, refer to the chart and continue crocheting as demonstrated before. When you reach the last stitch of H19, you'll use a treble crochet. Here, I'll demonstrate the technique with a sample. Yarn over twice. Then find the 3rd chain of the beginning chain from the previous row. Pick up the 2 strands on top, yarn over and draw through. Then yarn over again, and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat this process 3 times. That's how you complete 1 treble crochet. Continue crocheting while referring to the chart. Once H20 is finished, Pay attention to working the ending stitch into the beginning chain. Here, find the fourth chain from the bottom upwards. Alternatively, count 3 chains to the left of the bobble. After completing, start with 14 chains. H20 is now done. Move on to H21 and keep crocheting. Pick up the 2 strands of the second to last stitch. Work a slip stitch in the corresponding position. When you reach the last 3 chains, work 1 double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row. Then make 2 chains. Continue crocheting according to the chart. For the last stitch of this row, pick the 3rd chain from the beginning chain of the previous row. Work 1 double crochet there. After completing, continue with 10 chains. H21 is done. Now start crocheting H22. Begin with 2 chains. Then work 1 half double crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. Work 1 half double crochet there. Continue crocheting 3 more half double crochets. Two chains. Skip 2 chains on the left side. On the 3rd stitch, work 1 bobble. Three chains. For the middle part of this row, continue crocheting corresponding stitches into the chain spaces. When you reach the last bobble, Work it into the second slip stitch on the left side. Continue with 2 chains. Skip 2 slip stitches below. From the third stitch, correspondingly crochet 4 half double crochets. Two chains. Then work 1 slip stitch on the last stitch. Pull tight. Secure with 1 chain. Leave a tail of about 5 centimeters. Up to this point, the crocheting method for the back piece has been explained. Continue crocheting the front piece next. Let's take a look at the finished product. The crocheting method for the front piece is similar to the back piece. It is also divided into section 1, section 2 and section 3. Just don't require a foundation chain. Directly join the yarn at the starting point of the back piece and begin crocheting. Please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. First, crochet section 1. Pick up the new yarn. Random colors. Start with a slip knot first. Then place the right side of the back piece facing you, with the foundation chain facing upward. Insert into the chain on the rightmost. Hook out the loop. Adjust the size of it a bit. First, crochet 4 chains. Then, work 1 bobble at the insertion point on the left side of the back piece. Two chains and 1 bobble. Continue with 2 more chains. Work 5 double crochets at the insertion point on the left side of the back piece. Two chains and 4 double crochets. Finally, work 1 HDCDC tog. First, work 1 incomplete double crochet in the same stitch. Then pick the remaining strand of the insertion point. On the left side of the back piece, work 1 incomplete half double crochet. Yarn over. Pull through. Draw the yarn through. The incomplete half double crochet is now done. Finally, yarn over again, and draw through once. This completes the HDCDC tog. H1 is now complete. Continue to work on H2. Start with 9 chains. Then turn the piece over. Work 1 bobble in the 6th chain from the hook. Chain 2. Keep crocheting according to the pattern. H2 is now done. For H3 to H14, continue crocheting back and forth while referring to the chart. You will need to increase stitches according to the chart. Ensure the insertion point of the edge stitch. At the end of H13, work chains. At the beginning of H14, you'll need to work slip stitches. This method was demonstrated before, when working on the back piece. Please complete these rows. Start crocheting normally from H15. Finish by crocheting into the slip stitch. After completing the final stitch, crochet 1 chain. Finally, pick up one edge stitch, and finish with a slip stitch. H15 is now complete. For H16, start by making 3 chains. Then, turn your piece. Next, insert into the hole formed by the stitches on the left side. Work the corresponding stitches. For the last stitch of H17, work 1 DC2 in 1. This means working 2 double crochets in the same position. The DC2 in 1 is completed. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. That's it for section 1. After completing section 1, rejoin the yarn to crochet section 2. The crocheting method is a bit special. Please watch as I demonstrate below. Now we will crochet H1. Start by taking the yarn and making a slip knot. Then crochet 4 chains. Place the right side of section 1 of the back piece facing up. Start with working a DC tog. Yarn over and insert into the stitch on the right edge of section 1 of the back piece. Work 1 incomplete half double crochet. Then, at the stitch on the left side of the back piece, work 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. That completes the DC tog. The starting tail can be woven in at the end, following the texture of the piece. Continue crocheting by referring to the chart. H1 is now complete. Move on to work H2. Start by making 3 chains. Then turn the piece. Refer to the chart and crochet the corresponding stitches. When you reach the edge bobble, crochet it into the first chain of the beginning chain from H1. Continue with 2 chains and 1 double crochet. This completes H2. For the following rows, continue crocheting back and forth while referring to the chart. The techniques you'll encounter have all been explained before. Just refer to the chart for the beginning and ending stitches. Refer to the previous demonstrations. Follow the chart to complete section 2. Do not fasten off at the end. Continue crocheting section 3. Start with H1. Start with 4 chains. Then turn the piece. Crochet the corresponding stitches. When you reach the bobble at the end of section 2, pick up the last row of section 2. Work into the hole between the 2 edge stitches. Continue with 2 chains. Then pick up the beginning chain and work 1 DC2 in 1. Continue with 5 chains. Then pick up section 1. Note that the wrong side of the piece should face you. Find the last double crochet at the end of the last row of section 1. Work 1 DC2 in 1. Two chains. Then, in the hole between the 2 stitches on the left side, work 1 bobble. Continue referring to the chart, and finish crocheting this row. For H2 to H7, the crocheting method is identical to the last few rows of the back piece. For the middle group of stitches in H2, you need to work in the center stitch of the 5 chains by picking up the 2 strands of it. For the rest of the parts, you can refer to the previous stitch techniques. Follow the chart and complete the crocheting. After finishing, there's no need to fasten off. If during the crocheting process you finish one skein and need to join a new yarn, Take another skein, trying to choose a segment with a similar color. Hold the two tails together and tie a knot. Make sure the knot is as close to the piece as possible. Then you can continue crocheting. This is the method for joining yarn. Up to this point, the crocheting method for the front piece has been explained. That completes the explanation. After both the front and back pieces are fully crocheted, start by connecting them at the underarm area. Then crochet the body in rounds. Next, I'll demonstrate the specific technique using a sample. Start on one side of the front piece, and refer to the chart to crochet the corresponding number of chains. Then, place the wrong side of the piece facing you. And locate the edge on the corresponding side of the back piece. Insert into the chain space, and work one slip stitch. Then cut the yarn. Next, pick up the back piece, with the right side facing you, and insert into the last chain space on the right side of the last row. Crochet the corresponding number of chains. Then work a slip stitch into the chain space on the left edge of the front side. Pull tight. Then return, and pick up the two strands of the chain. Work 11 slip stitches. After completing, do not cut the yarn. This completes the underarm connection. Now start R1. Begin with 3 chains as your beginning chain. These 3 chains count as one double crochet. Chain 1. Pick up the 2 strands of the third chain from the left. Work 1 bobble. Two chains and 1 bobble. Two chains. Skip 7 chains on the left side. In the edge chain space of the last row of the back piece. Work 5 double crochets. Two chains and 5 double crochets. Continue with 2 chains. Continue crocheting by referring to the chart. Work all the way down the double crochets in the chain space on the left side. Continue with the stitches for the underarm connection. Refer to the chart and pick up corresponding chains to work the matching stitches. When you reach the front piece, the working method is identical to the back piece. After completing the double crochets in the chain space on the left side of the front piece, work 2 chains. Skip 7 stitches on the left side. Pick up the corresponding slip stitch and work 1 bobble. Work 2 chains. Work 1 bobble and 1 chain. Finally, on the third chain of the beginning chain, pick up the top 2 strands. Work 1 slip stitch, pull tight. That completes our the stitch pattern for the front and back pieces and the underarm connection. Are slightly different? Pay attention to this while crocheting. Make sure not to crochet the wrong stitch at the corresponding position. You can also use a stitch marker to mark the corresponding underarm position. Continue with our 2. Start by making 3 chains. Then work 1 chain. Refer to the chart and alternate crocheting pattern A and pattern B. Use 2 chains as a spacer between them. When you reach the underarm, after completing pattern A, work 1 chain. Crochet 1 double crochet into the left side double crochet. One chain. Continue crocheting using the previous method. Finally, work 1 chain. Then slip stitch into the beginning chain and pull tight. That completes our 2. For R3 to R6. Continue crocheting in rounds following the methods used for the first 2 rounds with corresponding stitches. Pay attention to the chains and double crochets at the underarm position. There is only 1 chain. The insertion point at the underarm is slightly different in R7. Here, I'll demonstrate with a sample. Start by making 3 chains. Then work 2 more chains. Continue inserting into the starting slip stitch. Crochet 1 bobble. In the middle, continue crocheting with corresponding stitches. When you reach the other side of the underarm, insert into the double crochet stitch and crochet 1 bobble. Two chains. 1 double crochet. 2 chains and 1 bobble. Continue crocheting while referring to the chart. The final bobble is also worked into the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. Then crochet 2 chains. Pick up the beginning chain and finish with a slip stitch. Pull tight. That completes our 7. For the remaining rounds, insert into the corresponding chain space or stitch. Continue crocheting in rounds with the matching stitches. Pay attention to the stitch changes at the underarm position. You need to increase stitches. Make sure you don't miss the correct insertion point. Everyone can refer to the chart and the previous demonstration. Finish the remaining part of the body. After completion, fasten off. Finally, weave in the tails to the wrong side of the piece. That concludes the demonstration. For the body up to this point. After completing the body, move on to the neckline edging and cuffs edging separately. Just crochet 1 round of single crochets. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific insertion points. Let's start with the neckline. Place the back piece right side facing up. Locate the left shoulder. Which is the foundation chain for the front and back pieces. Then join the yarn at the starting point. Begin with 1 chain. Next, insert into the left stitch. Crochet 1 single crochet. Then, in the next CH4 space on the left, crochet 3 single crochets. On the left double crochet, work 2 single crochets. Continue and work 2 single crochets in the next CH3 space on the left. For the rest, follow the pattern of working 2 single crochets in each double crochet and CH3 space. When you reach the CH4 space, crochet 3 single crochets. When you reach the middle of the front piece, work one single crochet in each of the chain spaces on the left and right sides, as well as in the remaining strand in the middle. Continue following the pattern, and finish crocheting the other side of the front piece. When you reach the point where the front and back pieces meet, work one single crochet in the edge of H1, and one single crochet at the starting point in the middle. Next, refer to the chart and complete the corresponding number of stitches. While crocheting, you can also adjust the number of single crochets based on the actual situation. Just make sure to keep the piece flat. Finally, join with a slip stitch. Then cut the yarn. And hide the tails. The neckline edging is now complete. The cuffs edging is done the same way as the neckline. Start crocheting at the middle point of the underarm. Crochet the corresponding number of single crochets. Refer to the previous demonstration and follow the chart. You can complete it on your own. There's no specific stitch count required. Just make sure the piece stays flat. That concludes the explanation of how to crochet the edging. Up to this point, the entire making method for this product has been fully explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.